Nine of Wands, success, resilient, warrior energy of spirit. You have shouldered the weight of what your ancestors have had to endure in the past far too long, collective. They want you to unburden yourselves, put those 10 sticks down of spirit, give them over to the land, give them over to the earth. You'll be able to dance because your body is lighter. You can enjoy the garden. You can enjoy the ending of the oppression, of the weight that you've been carrying. Hey, collective. This is an Ancestor's advice reading for those of you from the bloodlines of Africa and First Nations peoples, or Native American bloodlines. I've called in the angels, tapped into your ancestors, shamans, high priests and high priestesses who are surrounding you, your angels, and the orishas to deliver these messages. Let's find out what spirit or ancestor guides are working on your behalf. Here we go. We've got the ancestor of tribes, fertility, family, abundance, and the dancer of reconciliation, and the shaman of foresight is in your energy. And I'm picking up shamans both of and for African and Native American bloodlines. French Creole, I'm hearing. Lightfoot is also a name I'm hearing, and the Shaman of Laws. Shaman of Laws on the bottom of the deck. What I'm picking up, and let's check out the Hoodoo Tarot for clarification of the messages. But these ancestors, this shaman and this spirit of the Dancer of Reconciliation is here to bring you all together. Certainly in the States and North America, African bloodlines did well mix with Native American populations. And I'm reminded right now from the Shaman of Loss that Pluto is actually, or the United States I should say, is undergoing a Pluto return. Pluto takes 248 years to orbit around the sun. It is now in the heavens, in the place where it was when this nation was founded. First on desecration and elimination of First Nations, Native American populations, and then bringing over from the continent of Africa the slave trade and building on that. This is bringing you all together after great loss in history to reconcile, not necessarily with the people who founded this nation, but on the spirit, on the energy of being for generations weighed down by the weight of racism, on murder and genocide that the African and Native American bloodlines have endured. When we are trying to reconcile our history with what went down 248 plus years ago, it's important not to feel victimized and to recognize, if you do, that is, your ancestors and your particular bloodline, your particular family, who are feeling that energy. Believe it, it's passed down And now it's time to, in the case of African and Native American peoples who have genetically shared DNA, to heal and use each other to heal, to recognize that there is a connection between Native American populations in this country and those people of African descent, specifically brought over for the slave trade. It's time to reconcile any differences that may be out there, but also recognize that literally our DNA has been shared. And we've endured very similar energies that our ancestors are still holding. And this goes back many, many generations. 10 of Sticks, exactly, the burdens. Having to endure and carry the weight, the pain, the spirit of our ancestors who were wiped out, who were made slaves, who gave up their lives, their spirit at that time. They're wanting us all to heal. Putting this right under Ancestor of Tribes. And here, she's pointing to the land, a reminder to connect with nature, connect with Mother Gaia. And when you do this, you connect with your ancestors. You need not shoulder the weight of all their pain and what they had to endure. If today, collective, you are feeling any sort of shame for being Native American or being African American, next message, please. The Shaman of Foresight here is here to give us a heads up on this reconciliation that is going on with First Nation tribes and African American bloodlines, Native American or of African descent. You can hear them tell the story of how each bloodline shares a very similar history. Next message, please. Thank you. Speaking of land, 10 of Sticks, she's pointing at the land. We have the World card. The World card is Gaia, is North America, is the continent of Africa. The World card is a bringing together of all the fixed sign energies of air, earth, water, and fire. The Chariot and the Magician, dropping the burdens of the 10 of Sticks and the weight of the spirit of the tribes coming from your ancestors. There's a call to dance towards reconciliation, reconciling the 4 fixed signs of air, Aquarius energy, of earth, Taurus energy, of water, Scorpionic energy, and of fire, Leo energy. Here with the World card, the Garden, reclaiming the Garden of Eden, reclaiming a connection to the land and nature and Gaia, reconnects us and reconciles our differences. It reconciles our emotions and the four elements, and gives us foresight of what is to come and where we're to travel here with the Chariot card. Great movement and emotional strength, as it represents the sign of Cancer, family, fourth house energy, and the moon, intuition. When we connect with the earth, we're also connecting with the moon and moon cycles, cycles of Gaia, solar cycles. Here with the Magician card, again, we have the four elements. With which to, after receiving foresight and downloads through the moon, we can rebuild, we can reconcile. We are magicians, every single one of us. Ace of Baskets, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, fresh water, new life, a new emotional connection to each other, to ourselves, to our ancestors, and to the world, to the garden, to the earth. We have Aunt Caroline, the planet Jupiter, expansion, Sagittarius energy, the karmic wheel, abundance, fortune, and the Empress, the archetype of the mother, and the free man. Right under the Shaman of Foresight and Railroad Bill, the Chariot. Your ancestors want you to know to drop these burdens. The Ten of Swords, justice is on your side. It's on all of our sides. Reconciling our differences with our family members, with each other, recognizing that truly we are not separated by skin color or culture, as much as we like to think sometimes. There's great abundance, great power in this reading. The only minor arcana is the Ten of Wands, which comes after Nine of Wands, success, resilient, warrior energy of spirit. You have shouldered the weight of what your ancestors have had to endure in the past far too long, collective. They want you to unburden yourselves, put those 10 sticks down of spirit, give them over to the land, give them over to the earth. In great abundance will come of it. You'll be able to dance because your body is lighter. You can enjoy the garden. You can enjoy the ending of the oppression, of the weight that you've been carrying. And your ancestors want you to dance towards reconciling any pain that you have in you, collective. Use that pain, give it over to Pachamama, give it over to Gaia. She'll take it, she'll absorb it, and you'll be lighter, and you'll be free. importantly, you will give over that fire energy of spirit, and I'm hearing of pain and loss and regret. You give it over to Gaia, she'll take it, she'll transmute it, and give back to you great abundance and healing energy so that you can reconcile, you can grow new life in the garden. You can literally, for some of you, give birth to the next generation. This is what they're saying is in your future. Forward movement with a chariot. A free man into the age of Aquarius, where there's harmony with tribes, the hurts and the pain that your ancestors have gone through, that you've carried far too long. Let it go. Give it over to Gaia. Give it over to Pachamama. She'll absorb it and transmute that energy and bring forth to you not only justice and 10 of coins, but a rebirth after the necessary death that must occur. You will begin to work together, cooperate, grow, become abundant with Capricorn energy. After for so long feeling bored or rejected emotionally, what comes next is of nurturing, of love, of healing, of the 5 senses. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Pentacles represent senses, the 5 senses. And yes, abundance and love, and yes, money. Also, a spiritual fire will return to the women in our bloodlines so that they can give birth to the next generation. 6 of Cups, contentment. Is the result of dropping the burdens of the 10 of Wands and allowing Jupiter to bring in abundance and change and expansion to a 6 of Cups energy that you're destined for. So long as you drop the burdens and the weight and the feeling of loss, that you may feel, collective. Know that your ancestors want you to reconcile with them and reconcile with what happened to them. Let it go. Again, drop those burdens. They want you to live free. And technically you are free, but for the feeling or the notion that you aren't. If you're walking around feeling like you're a victim, then most definitely you are not a free man or woman. And the white man wins, I'm hearing. And what I'm referring to and what I'm hearing the ancestors want me to make clear is that any reference to white man is referencing the history and the energy that comes from what older generations did to your ancestors at the time that this nation was founded and before it was founded. when the white man came over and discovered what was already here and had been living here for centuries, for generations, is that the white man of today most likely carries the energy of their ancestors, just as you do, collective. And there needs to be a reconciliation, a recognition that this is energy that is held in our bloodlines, in our DNA, that our ancestors on both sides want you to let go. This brings contentment. Six of Cups. Right now, there is a feeling of being held captive by this energy, by this notion that you need to fight. It's all in the mind, punk. I don't know whose ancestor that was. But it's true, it's true. You no longer have to carry that energy of enslavement. Yes, even though there is not true equality and liberation yet, but it begins in the mind. What you will, as a free person, what you can imagine, you will manifest. New life, new emotional feeling of what it is like to be African in this country or Native American in this country. Ten of Wands again. And mockery. Yeah, a lot of you feel that you are mocked, that we are mocked. But your ancestors want you to drop, again, a reminder, to drop the Ten of Wands energy. What has happened in the past, leave in the past. And concentrate of honoring, yes, the past, of those burdens, of those feelings, of those spirits of your ancestors with whom you are connected. Give those energies over to Gaia. Honor the death of those energies. Honor burying those energies of pain, of loss, of genocide that your ancestors actually suffered. Bury them, give them over to the land, give them over to Gaia, and you will honor your ancestors, you will honor the earth, you will honor your tribes, you will honor yourself. I'm getting another message for the women out there to let go of your masculine energy and let in more feminine energy. This honors your power and your place, truly, by freeing up energy of the masculine in your bloodlines to stand up and take their place that you have for too long now felt captive to. Meaning, when you move into Mother of Sticks, Mother of Cups, and Mothers of Pentacles and Coins, energy, nurturing, receptive, fertile, high priestess energy. You no longer have to take on so much masculine energy to control and allow the masculine in your bloodlines to step up. Yes, my ladies out there, we have the women out there, the mothers out there, with the Maiden of Blades. There's no need to be competitive with one another, ladies. Nor is there a need for feminine energy to step into masculine energy and compete with and for the place that rightfully belongs to the masculine. You can become the nurturer. You can combine with the world card energy in the garden all of your feminine energies and become the empress. Let go of the masculine role and roles you have been playing. It's time for the masculine in your bloodlines to step up. This is truly bringing in a union of the feminine and the masculine in your bloodlines that is long overdue. Understanding, women, your place, and men understanding your place that for far too long, over generations, you have neglected. Reconciliation is the answer. Because it is truly a joint effort, allowing an exploration or a movement of 3 energy to 9 energy, a tripling. And here your ancestors want you to know that it's to be a joint effort. You cannot do it alone. It must be the masculine and the feminine playing each part will allow you to investigate with the Hermit card. It'll allow you to go in and take a look at that union between the masculine and feminine, first within the self, and then you will better understand your place alongside your masculine or alongside your feminine. 3 messages from the angels, and we'll call this a reading. Overall, there's a call from your ancestors to let go of the burdens and the loss and the pain that they had to endure. They want you to give it up. Give it over to the land. Give it over to Gaia. For far too long, you've been held captive of it. They want to thank you and they love you for honoring their loss. But it is their loss, not yours. You can begin to let it go. Give it over to Pachamama. Give it over to Gaia. She will absorb it and grow a new garden. A garden in which the masculine and feminine return to their rightful places, coming together in a natural union, a balance of masculine and feminine energies, first within the self of each masculine and feminine, and then a coming together. Nine of Cups, wishes, dreams, and happiness. And you have Hierophant energy, shaman energy. Five is a number of change, belonging, learning, and traditions. There are choices, yours to make, collective. Your ancestors want you to know. But don't overanalyze and don't procrastinate. If you feel moved to make a choice in the directions that your ancestors are asking you to move, what comes of this, they guarantee, is abundance, opportunity, and resources that come from Mother Gaia, that come from the land. New generations you will give birth to and nurture and grow with free man energy. As soon as you drop the burdens of your ancestors, as soon as you drop and make the choice to move forward in life, healed, and take your rightful place as a masculine or a feminine within your families, within your bloodlines, you need not fear that the generations that you'll give birth to will pick up those burdens that you've dropped. They will have no need to take up those burdens that you dropped. They will feel in you prosperity, contentment, and celebration. They will feel home. They will dance and reconcile. Collective, when you make the choice to drop the burdens that you may have been carrying and let go of the feeling of loss and death that your ancestors have gone through, you will be free to birth new generations. You'll be free to feel opportunity and abundance. It's your birthright to receive the resources. Prosperity, contentment, and celebration is the result of the dancer of reconciliation. This is celebration. This is home, a place where the new generations will be able to freely express themselves. Of course, this comes with planning, seven of water, and choices, and maybe, yes, some overanalyzing, and maybe a little bit of procrastination, but choices need to be made. Planning needs to occur. Partnering with your masculine or your feminine, each of you in your rightful place, brings progress and renewal. Here with Archangel Gabriel, reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth, the planet Pluto. And after this rebirth process, you're going to be so grounded in earth and moon energy. Your intuition will soar. You'll see beyond illusion, and the truth will be revealed. This is happening quickly. Words of advice, messages of advice from your ancestors. And once you take up action with speed, there's going to be great success and recognition. And yes, self-esteem that will be generated in you. It's going to bring prosperity, security, and tradition back to your lives. But there needs to be a dropping of the Ten of Wands. It's an ending. I want you to know and to recap the message. There's a need to drop the energy, the guilt, the pain of loss of your ancestors and what they went through, so that you can truly feel connected to Gaia, to the land, to yourselves and your masculine and your feminine, so you can come together in your rightful place, a place where the women don't have to play the role of the masculine any longer. If you make room for the masculine to rise, he will. Return to your place of Empress energy and make room for the masculine to step up and feel free to be a masculine. So long as each of you drop the burdens of your ancestors, give them over to Gaia, new life, new spirit, fertility, abundance is in your future. And you will give birth to the next generation that will truly be free, because they will not carry that feeling of loss. This is the true nature of Judgment Day and the end of times and the apocalypse. Your ancestors are calling you to free them from the Eight of Swords and free yourselves from the Eight of Swords by reconciling what happened to them with the present day and what's happening to you. Let go, let God, and see and feel and experience the abundance that comes with letting go. This is a joint message from your ancestors and your angels. And I thank you for joining me in this reading. Until the next reading, namaste.